As a Christian, it is essential to examine the values and policies of any political party to determine if they align with biblical principles. Unfortunately, the Liberal Democrat stance on several critical issues raises significant concerns for Christians. This essay will outline the reasons why, as a Christian, it is challenging to trust Liberal Democrats, focusing on their views on abortion, same-sex marriage, religious freedom, and economic policies. First and foremost, the Liberal Democrat stance on abortion is a significant point of contention for Christians. The party's support for unrestricted access to abortion, even up to birth, is morally reprehensible to many Christians who believe that life begins at conception and that every human being has inherent value in birth. The Bible teaches that human life is sacred and that we are created in the image of God, Genesis 1:27. As such, Christians are called to protect and defend the vulnerable, including the unborn. The Liberal Democrats' abortion policies are in direct conflict with these biblical values, making it difficult for Christians to trust the party. Another area of concern is the Liberal Democrat support for same-sex marriage. While many Christians acknowledge that all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation, are deserving of love, respect, and dignity, the Bible teaches that marriage is between one man and one woman, Genesis 2:24, Matthew 19:4-6. The Liberal Democrats' advocacy for same-sex marriage and their attempts to silence those who hold traditional views on marriage are troubling to many Christians. This is not only a matter of religious freedom, but also a concern about the erosion of traditional family values, which are essential to a healthy and stable society. Religious freedom is another critical issue where the Liberal Democrats' policies are at odds with Christian values. The party's support for laws that restrict religious expression and conscience, such as the Equality Act, has led to numerous cases of Christians being persecuted for their faith. For instance, the Equality Act is being used to prosecute Christian bakers, florists, and other business owners who have refused to provide services for same-sex weddings, citing their religious convictions. These cases demonstrate a clear disregard for religious freedom and the rights of Christians to live out their faith in the public square. Furthermore, the Liberal Democrats' economic policies are often based on a secular worldview that prioritizes the state over individual responsibility and community. The party's emphasis on big government, high taxes, and social welfare programs can be seen as a form of socialism, which is at odds with the biblical principle of individual stewardship and responsibility, 2 Thessalonians 3:10-12. Additionally, the Liberal Democrats' policies often focus on redistributing wealth rather than promoting economic growth and opportunity, which can create dependency on the state rather than encouraging self-reliance and personal initiative. Finally, the Liberal Democrats' approach to social justice is often rooted in a secular humanist ideology that prioritizes human rights over biblical values. While Christians are called to care for the poor, the marginalized, and the oppressed, the party's policies often focus on promoting a radical social agenda that is at odds with Christian teaching. For example, the Liberal Democrats' support for transgender rights and their attempts to normalize LGBTQ+ lifestyles are in conflict with the biblical view of human sexuality and identity, Genesis 1:27, Romans 1:26-27. In conclusion, as a Christian, it is challenging to trust Liberal Democrats due to their stance on critical issues such as abortion, same-sex marriage, religious freedom, and economic policies. The party's support for secular humanist ideologies and their attempts to silence Christian voices are troubling and demonstrate a lack of understanding of biblical values. While Christians are called to engage with the world and promote justice, compassion, and love, they must do so in a way that is grounded in biblical principles. As such, it is essential for Christians to critically evaluate the policies and values of any political party, including the Liberal Democrats, to ensure that they align with their faith and values.